All right, everybody. Monkeypuzzle here. Hello, welcome to episode number 2 of my little Exploring Ragnarok series. So in episode 1, I died once to a Sabertooth, and that was about it. We're just kind of exploring this little edge of the map. And so the goal in this series is to explore all of Ragnarok in-game without using admin, spectate, or any of that kind of stuff, but to check out this exciting new map that is not done with its development, but there are parts of it that are really coming along and worth checking out, and just kind of build up the hype for it, because when it is ready, this is one of the main maps I am looking forward to really settling into. So I spent a little time in this spot right over there when I was trying to go up that hill. That's where I got killed by the Sabertooth, so I came back up and kind of regrouped down here and cooked some food and stuff. And then I started chopping some trees down, and then it got night, and I had plenty of time to hang out here and get ready for y'all. The sun's still coming up. Seems like the day cycle set pretty slow on here, so that's good. The day will last a good long time. And I thought, well, I might as well build one of my first little mini forts. That's one of the things I want to do with this series too, is instead of my usual grand bases that I build, I want to do a series of little things that you can just throw up along the way and help you have a place to respawn, to regroup, to hang out, to log out, but not necessarily have to be too attached to, so you can keep moving and keep exploring, which is the goal of this series. Got my little Grabby 2, who is my refrigerator at the moment. Got a little food. Oh, he can actually get some health. Get healthy. And I managed to get up to level 28. Just hanging out for the night, chopping trees and everything like that. Probably because I did all of this crafting here. So let's go ahead and use this stuff to throw up a little shelter. And while I was in the process, I started with thatch, and as I leveled up, I worked my way up to woods. But we're going to start with thatch here. Actually, before I cover these up, let me harvest them. Oh, and some things I've learned is that there's a few extra things on this map, like in the beginning, last episode, episode 1, we found that we can actually pick up wood and thatch off the ground. There's little sticks and things hanging out, which are pretty cool. And then I discovered that up over here, let me see, where are they? These flowers, these are rare flowers, which are apparently not that rare here. So that's very cool. And we can get those. We wanted to tame a Lystro or do a recipe or something like that. And in here you can see in the engrams, this map has a scorched earth section as well. And so I was already getting up to some scorched earth things. Oh, I learned the bola. Actually, I got to remember to make some of those before we start going, because those are pretty important. But where is it? Oh yeah, we can learn a whip, which is an awesome thing for moving your animals around or harvesting, or having carnivores, kind of like freezing them, throwing them back a little bit, giving yourself a second, a little less than a bola. But somewhere in here I also saw, there it is, there's a boomerang, and there is a tent. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to make that tent because it involves silk, generally, and we don't have silk yet. I assume it's the same recipe, so I'm not going to waste engram points on that yet until I really need it. We might as well learn some of this, and a compass actually would be very cool too for our journey. I need a spyglass, but I'm going to wait till we have some crystal. There's so many things to do here, but let's just go ahead and throw up this little mini shelter real quick. So we're going to do it on a 3x3. We're going to start with some thatch foundations. Now, I already found a little bug in the game. You can see I'm up to my ankles here. It gets better if you go back about to the tree. So they got to do a little work sinking up the ground level. And then if I come out here, it gets pretty funny for sure. So I took some screenshots and I'm going to report it to the devs. That's one of the reasons this map is out now, is just so folks can report bugs and help them out. Anyway, I want this to sort of face the ocean and just enough room to get a 3x3 in here. So let's see if I can pull that off in this space. So there's that 3, and then we're going to go 3 in that direction, which we can do. No problem. So what most people would do at this point is then just put... Do I not have... Aha. Would do at this point is just put walls on here and stuff. But one of the main ways you get killed in these is the animals can eat right through them. And if you're going to log out in here, you'd like to be above the level that animals can kill you. And let's just take half of these. As our goal here is to have a good look around, getting up higher is also going to help us out quite a bit. So I'm already getting a little too heavy here. So let me see. Let me take that off and that off. See if that gives us any weight advantage. And then I need one of these. Excuse me, I got the little hiccups here. Oh, I can get rid of some of my berries. Ugh. Come on, man. Get closer. Okay. So let's get rid of some of this weight. And hopefully that will give us ability to move around. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I made it up to level 15 when you can make pillars. And so why not put our first little shack up on pillars? So we're going to go 10 high. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to do that at 4 corners of this 3x3. Oops. Now I'm going to need to make another pillar. Never make the exact amount you need in ARK, because that always happens. And hopefully I can reach this high. Oh yeah, I need my other pillar. See if we can make one. Yeah, I got some wood in here. Let's make one more. And hopefully that's all we need. There we go. Now let's see if I can get a ceiling up on top of that. And I can't. So that's sort of the limit, I guess, unless I wanted to give myself something to cheat off of, which could do... Let me see. Actually, if we make a little storage box, and I'm hungry, let's make a box. See if that gets us up there. Let's craft all of those. In case we need them all the way around. And who knows, I might just spend this episode making this thing. But the goal of this series is to keep moving. It's going to be really easy for me to record these. So should be able to do that. Keep these going on a regular basis. Now let's see if I put this in the middle. That get me high enough? No, I should have tried. Like right there. See if that gets me high enough. Nope. Alright, so this is going to be an 8 high instead of a 10 high thing. Because that's just natural limit. Alright, so we're going to go ahead. Build that all the way around. Takes 8 of them to do that. And this will be our first level platform. And then now we can put this right in there. Okay, and you go away. You didn't do what I wanted you to do. Yeah, you can maybe stay there. Alright, and then let's just keep our weight down. And you can go back in there. And then let's grab some ladders. And we're only going to need 8, I think, at this point. You can go there. And then we'll need another layer of these. Can we move? No. Alright, we'll get rid of something. Do half the ladders. There we go. Ladders are heavy. Alrighty, so let's get ourselves up there. And I guess we'll face forward when we come up. How's that? And ladders, you don't actually need to come all the way down. We can just grab them from right there. Cool enough. Alright, so let's go ahead and go up 1, 2, 3. Actually, can I do that? Let's see. That was actually my limit right there. Yeah, so that's as high as we're going to go. And if we put it right on top of that pillar, it shouldn't poke through. So let's go ahead and put the rest of these first. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. We're already getting quite a ways up here. Starting to get a much better view of where we're at. But not that great yet. Let's see where this gets us. Once you get up here. And then now we need to just bring these across. Oh man. What happens when I try to go too fast? And this thing is small enough, I'm feeling like I should be able to build it on camera with you all. So let's go ahead and get the rest of the stuff that we need. Okay, I grabbed some more stuff. I made the ceiling that I broke. So let's go ahead and see if we can put it in this time. And that will go there. And if you want to be able to get off halfway, I guess we'll need to switch the direction of the ladder. So we'll do that. And we won't be able to climb up all the way as easily, but it'll allow us to get off here if we want to. Not sure. I might regret that, but it is what it is. I can always switch that around. So that's how high we got. And that's pretty cool. We could do one more level and get a little higher. Give me a second. I'm going to do that. I'm going to make one more set of parts. So we'll go up one more story. Yeah, I'm going to have to change that. Alrighty. So I went and ground out some more materials for this. We're going to just put the ladder going straight up like that, so we don't have to worry about falling off on the way back down. And just that little bit of grinding and crafting. I made some bolas too. Got me all the way up to level 34. One more level and I could make a Pteranodon saddle. But, you know, I don't want to just go straight to that. If I just go straight to a flyer, that will almost be as good as spectating. So we'll get there. Oops. But I'm going to try to keep it ground game, at least for a little while. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. And actually I'm using a bit more pillars than I expected. So I'm going to have to go make 2 more pillars. I think. No, 4 more pillars. Be right back. Alright. I shouldn't say it, but I think I have everything now to finish this. It's got a little bit more ambitious there. Can I do this? Oh, not quite. Hard to get off these part way. Maybe I should just go over the top and fall back down. Alright, so we got more than enough pillars now. Okay, and then let's put a top on here. So instead of my original plan of being 10 high, we're now 12 high. And we should have a pretty good view when we get up there. Let's see how that is. And then so our little shack is going to go up here. So this is going to be kind of like, you know, not very fancy little thatch shack, but it's this high, which gives it a nice little advantage and a vantage as well. Okay, so this counts as exploring the island because we just really expanded our view. We'd have to go up quite a bit higher now to get higher than this mountain, but we can see a good bit of this whole coast. And if I didn't show you before, we are right there, right at sort of the northwest corner of the map. Okay, so let's finish building this out. I don't need my hatchet. I'm going to go out one level more with these. And these are going to be our outside balcony. Oops. I'm hungry. And actually, it might have been simpler for me not to put those first, but at least I get them out of my inventory that way. Because walls place more easily when they know where to go. And they don't have two different ceilings to choose from. So speaking of walls, let's go ahead, actually put them in the other one. And we can go ahead and start bringing some of this stuff over. And then can I grab this and this? All of that? No, that's going to be too heavy. Alright, trim down my inventory. We'll have to go down one more time for the roof. So yeah, let's go ahead and put the doors and walls on right now. So we're going to have not that, but that. A door on each of four sides. There is not a... So we want it there. Yes. There isn't a window in Thatch. And I could make the wood one now, but no need for a wood part all the way up here. Might as well use the Thatch ones I made before I leveled up. So yeah, lots of doors instead of windows. Trying to make sure they're facing the right way. Yep. I want them to be inside. Like that. That and that. And that. And now I can go ahead and place my balcony all the way around. We're going to have like a little fire watch hut here. Nothing too spectacular, but still pretty cool. So we could make these walls too high, or we could just go ahead and put these on and use that to do that. So we're going to go with that method. Actually, you know what? Now that we're all the way up here, let's be lavish and go one higher. Keep expanding this thing. I'll be back with a few more walls. Okay, I think we are ready to finish this. And look at that, I got another level. Just hanging out, doing a little crafting for this little mini fort that we're probably going to leave behind. I guess we can like use it as a thing to come back to. We'll see what our little oh, actually I need 3 more of those. Yeah, we'll see what little route I take to explore from here. Let's just get that up there. And that up there. And now let's put the corners on it. So it's not that corner, but that corner. So the same one will go there. And why put a flat roof if you can angle it? Excellent. Okay, so let's grab the roof pieces, and actually before we put the roof on, let's make sure that I'm not going to kill myself falling out. I already tested that we can actually walk through these doors. So many times lately when I put a wall on top of a door, I'm not able to walk through it. So I'm going to speed up through this real quick. Alright, so we got a nice little railing on our deck. Looking very cool. And while we're in here, let's just give ourselves a point. I want to get movement speed up to 130 so I can tame Rexes that way. Okay, and then to finish this off, we're going to need those and those. Don't need that, don't need those. Oh, actually, we will need that. So let's just get those somewhere and grab them. And these. That. Okay. So now we got the sloped ones. Like so. And on the other side. But first, let's go ahead. And not that one, but that one. And now let's go ahead and put another hatch up here. And we'll be able to go 3 higher. Keep mixing these up because they look exactly the same. So that one, we'll want to put the ladder. Now the trick is going to be being able to get off of without falling. So I think we're actually going to need to make a hatch or a trapdoor. So where is that? There we go. We just need the wooden trapdoor. Close that, and let's go ahead and make it. I'll need a bit more wood to do that. So we can't go on the roof yet because I'll fall going back down. So we'll just finish this from down here. Hello. There we go. So that pretty much completes this. We need some doors on it. But just to make it look a little better and to shelter us from the elements just a little bit more, we're going to go ahead and extend the roof out one, because that just makes it look so much better. So we'll put those there and do the same on the other side. Come on, you know where to go. If this side's more... No! Always got to be one that misplaces. Hopefully I'll still have enough. Probably not. And now we're going to come out one more with a regular ceiling. And that's why I made one extra of these. And then we're going to bring this out. And I think I have just enough if I don't misclick one more time. And then also the test is I should be able to... Yes. You never know when the whole thing's going to come crashing down. This cuts our view out a little bit, which may be a reason not to do it, although we're going to be able to go on the roof. But it just makes it look so much cooler. Let me speed up through this last bit. Get that on. And I'm going to have to do the same little... whatchamacallit, just make the little thing over here in order to put the slopes on this side. Alrighty, so we have a nice little starter shack on stilts, and we'll make the trap door in a second when we can. I don't think we got enough wood out of demolishing yet. No, we need 13 more. But while we're up here, let's clean ourselves out. And let's put some of the stuff down that this whole thing is for. You see, I already put a storage bin up here. We have one door. We're going to need a few more. There's a door. And I can actually make the other 3. And then this is a place. All of this was just a place to put some beds. We'll make a nice little double bed here. Just because I can. And then I'll have a place to respawn when I die. And so when we venture from here, it'll kind of hold our progress. Not that we went very far to get here. So this is the, we'll just call this the watchtower. How's that? And this will actually be watchtower 1. And then this one here will be watchtower 2. Okay. Accept. And that's about it. Oh, wait, we can put down. I've got this. Now I can craft stuff up here. Put that down there, and I can make narcotics, and we'll be ready to bring that out when we go out to the next thing. And put my doors on. Make sure I get my housing bonus. Alright, so I'm going to go get some water and enough wood to finish the trapdoor. And we will take a look and log out. So, see you in a second. So as I come back up there, that's just a little angle on what it looks like from below. I think it looks pretty cool. Certainly a little cooler than if it was just sitting on the ground. And I'm high enough up that hopefully if anything comes along, it won't even know I'm up there. And this little promontory that we're on is also good for that, because it's pretty much defended on 3 sides. And if I decided to build a fence on this side, then we would really be safe. But yeah, there it is. My little beach watchtower. And let's take a view from the very top. So first I got to put this down. This was super important. So now I'll be able to get off this ladder without falling all the way down. Alrighty. So that's as high as we got. And this is what we can see of Ragnarok. This new map that we are exploring. And we got just high enough now that I can see a little snow over the top of that crest right there. So next episode, we're going to venture off that way and see what we can do. And we're going to be much more prepared. The doing of this not only gave me a place to respawn if I have to, but it leveled me up enough that now we have trank arrows and bolas, and we make saddles for a whole bunch of things. And plus we're going to leave this cool little fort behind. Alright folks, so that's it for today. Thank you for watching until the very end of this episode number 2 of Exploring Ragnarok. And please leave your comments. I always look forward to them. But don't give me too many spoilers on what I'm going to find, or, you know, things to look out for, because I want to find those myself. I'm setting it up, so this whole thing is, we're drawing out the surprise. Anyway, I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.